We're about to see a yearling at the very start of its education, getting used to the idea that one day there'll be a saddle on its back.
One of the first things I always teach them to do is to stand still, and I don't want them to move off until I tell her to move off, because otherwise they're charging around, and it's important that they just get started in the right. Can you see how high her backside is compared to her wither? So she's what they'd say is she's up behind. So she just finds it all a bit of a struggle. But she's a big filly for a yearling. She's got lovely big ears. You can see those being pricked jumping a hurdle. She's got her head in the wrong position, but that will come down as we do a bit more of this. The second rein helps just to get her back legs underneath her, which, engage her hocks. And that's obviously where all the power comes from. Oh, baby. Oh, go. Oh, oh. Go. I'm now going to just put the roller on her, and this is, girth. And this is just the stage before we put a saddle on, really. It's just a case of getting them girthed and accepting.
This is the first time it's happened for
Absolutely,
her.
First time it's happened. She may well throw herself around a little bit, but I don't expect her to do anything stupid.
Well, I hope not.
And when I put it on, I want it to be loose enough that it doesn't hurt her, because when she moves off, she will blow out, and the pressure on the withers and around the girth is what will cause her to have a little.
But you want her to be
kick.
aware of something there, though.
And also, it needs to be tight enough so that it doesn't slip back and end up as a bucking strap. She's accepted it like this. I'll bring her in and I'll tighten it up a hole, and we'll go from there. You might just notice she'll arch her back when she feels it. She hasn't felt it yet. Good girl. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Oh, go on. Go on. Good girl. Go on. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, baby. Oh, girl. Good girl.
Wow.
That's it now, you see. All done. Oh, girl. Good girl. She'll probably ever do that again.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. And I just want to bring her back in now, because I don't want her out there worrying about anything that's going to happen immediately.
It was quite spectacular when she actually felt something there, wasn't it?
And it's not tight. I mean, I can get my hand in there, no problem at all.
And that won't happen again?
She might do it when I send her around on the other rein. Good girl. Good girl. There you are. Pretty painless, really. I mean, there's no pain caused to the horse at all. It's just the first time she's ever felt any pressure on her withers and underneath her girth.
When I arrived this morning, Tom told me he'd be backing one of Rafe Beckett's today. I got most excited and was about to get on my bike and set off to the bookies, but I realised that this Namid colt was about to have a human on his back for the first time. Now I get it. Because when we came here this morning, when you said we're going to back one of Rafe Beckett's, I thought, get on, my son. I thought that's the sort of news I want to be greeted with, but it's the first time.
No one's sat on this horse before, no.
So what can we expect when they do?
I don't think this fellow will do anything. He's pretty relaxed. He takes it all in his stride.
Because all the surprise element came, as we saw earlier on, when you...
And these sales horses, they've had so much done to them at the sales. They've been led up. They've had plenty of lunging before they get there. And
look, he's nearly asleep.
Yeah. No, he's grand.
They're not turning a hair.
Well, he might get a bit more excited in a minute when we, get on him. But what Serge will do now is lie across him, and I'll lead him round a bit.
Right. Okay.
And then, and we'll
so
leg him up.
Do you do this inside because it's sort of enclosed spaces?
The horse can't get away, really. That's the, my theory on it. If he wants to get overexcited, he can't really go anywhere. Good boy. You've got a good boy. Come on, big fella. Boy.
That's the one I like.
Yeah, this would be common practice for anyone. I'm not doing anything different to anyone else would be doing breaking in a horse, I don't think. But it's the homebreds that prove all the difficulty, because they haven't had, they've had such limited handling. But these horses are so accepting, apart from the odd one.
I'm surprised how accepting they are of everything. I mean, it just looks so...
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what he'll do now is I'll leg him up, and the horse will never have seen anything up there before. Might have seen a hedge or a tree.
Because peripheral vision. Yeah. Will the horse get a glimpse of someone on...
Well, ultimately, when he picks up, the fact that Serge is on him, that might, spook him.
So he might think, what the hell's going on?
What we'll do initially is, Sergi will just keep his chest on the horse's neck.
Right.
We'll walk round a few times, and then probably do a few more leg ups, and then eventually Sergi will just quietly sit up, and he won't apply any leg to the horse at all. He'll just keep his legs dangling on the side, and he won't touch his mouth. This horse, he's had all of his instructions come from someone on the ground, so he'll, for a while, he'll still expect to be instructed from the ground, and as he gets to accept and know the instructions from the rider.
Okay.
Right, on.
Oh.
Good boy.
Okay, off.
And how long would it be before he's actually ridden out in sort of, outside, beyond?
I mean, it could be as early as tomorrow.
Really?
But not only to the lunge pit.
Yeah.
Okay, off. And he'll probably stay in the lunge pit. If this horse he's not malicious in any shape or form, what he might find, what I predict he'll be like, is he'll just be anxious and he'll just want to do everything in one breath. So it'll be really important that he accepts every stage and gets relaxed in the stable, relaxes in the lunge pit before he progresses into the school. Okay?
Yeah.
Come on, big fella.
Boy.
Boy. It's important to keep their attention. You don't want them having their own headspace, otherwise they'll end up panicking. So I'm just sort of pulling quietly on the rein, and Serge is talking to him, and it's just getting their attention really, so that they can't think about doing anything you don't want them to do. That's the theory anyway, but
reassuring them.
Yeah, exactly. As I said earlier, for me it's all confidence based.
Yeah.
Good boy. Good boy.
You send messages down those reins. If you get Serge's been backing horses here now for nearly 3 years, and we seem to work very well together. He knows what I expect.
But if someone inexperienced did it, the horse would detect that, would they?
Very much so.
Would they?
Yeah. I mean, you'd have thought he'd had this before, now he's away, isn't he?
Because they can detect someone else who's a bit windy or nervous.
Oh, without question. If someone's, anxious around them or afraid, they smell fear without question.
Well, that's not a job for me. Oh, God.
Okay, right. No. He's never had anyone put any leg on him before, so Sergio just let his legs, touch him. And he might just jump forward a bit.
Which you'd expect, really, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Completely new.
You want him to, in a way.
Yes, I suppose you want some sort of reaction, don't you?
He'll react at some point, whether it be in here or in the lunge pit. But he won't do anything malicious at all. He's absolutely fine.
When, as we saw earlier, sort of, the first stage you put the girth on, did he react like
he
they
did?
All do?
Very similar, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a good example of how they'll, once they've accepted it. And I'm afraid that's it for today. I always want to end on a good note and never go on for ages and ages. Just to, do.
I think.
And if we have a difficult one, we'll ride him maybe 6 times a day like that, just for 10 minutes.
So on my short visit to Tom Lacey, I've quickly noticed that the process of preparing a horse for its future career may not necessarily take that long, but it certainly requires a high level of skill.